want my
I
hair
gotta
to
get a
grow.
shape up,
What's
man.
the
I'm
deal
gonna
with
When it
grow
gets to
my
my ear,
hair.
trying to
Trying
put
to
it like
Why
that.
don't you give me snap?
It dries out my
It's just hair.
hair.
It'll grow back.
my hair.
What makes our hair grow, break, straighten, and kink? The secret is in the biochem details of our hair and scalp. Our hair grows best when there's a level balance of water, sebum, which is our hair's natural oil, when it's pH balanced, meaning not too acidic and not too basic, and when our scalp is clear of excess oil and naturally shed skin cells. Our hair breaks when the outer protective layer of our hair, the cuticle, is damaged and lifted. Heat from flat irons, blow dryers, and even the sun cause the cuticle layer to lift. Chemicals with high pH levels, such as perms, relaxers, hair dyes, and shampoos, cause the cuticle to lift as well. With the cuticle lifted, the interior muscle of our strands, called the cortex, becomes exposed and weakened. And since each hair is held together by a chain of chemical bonds in the cortex, a weakened chain results in easier hair breakage. But we can avoid breakage by limiting our hair's exposure to heat and chemicals. Our hair kinks because of the shape of our follicles. They can be thought of as the seeds producing each strand. Circular or tube-shaped hair follicles will produce straight hair textures. Our follicles are ovular or flattened, creating our intricately curly, kinky hair. Our follicles also produce a unique pattern of protein bonds in our strands, and that unique pattern of protein bonds is what allows our strands to hold the shape and return to its kinky curly shape. Thus, our hair straightens when the unique pattern of protein bonds is rearranged or broken. Things like heat and basic chemicals lift the outer cuticle layer of our strands and break down the glue, the disulfide salt and hydrogen bonds that hold our protein pattern in shape. Low-strength heat and chemicals like water and soap only change the curly pattern temporarily. But high-strength heat and chemicals like hot searing flat irons and relaxers will break these shape-forming patterns permanently. Regardless what we do to our hair, things like genetics, diet, hormones, and age shape our hair's destiny. Our hair is designed to grow in phases, growing in the anagen phase, stopping in the catagen phase, falling out on its own in the telogen phase, and waiting to grow again during the exogen phase. And it's built into our genetics how long each of these phases will be, whether a few months or several years. Even the maximum potential of our hair length, our so-called terminal length, is somewhat scripted by how many years the growth anagen phase lasts. But we still play a role. Our hair may grow for a set amount of time, but whether or not we keep those strands healthy enough to stay attached while they grow is entirely up to us. Continue learning at understandingblackhair.com, the place with answers to reconcile us and our kinks.